By name and preseason hype, this should have been the game of the week, but by season results, it's a game of desperation. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you, breaking down the 2-4 Bears in Philly to take on the 2-3 Eagles. And Pat, the Eagles' offense is struggling. If you take off the Lions game, they have just 2 touchdowns in the other 4 games. But for the Bears, it's the defense that's been a problem. And I like what Alex Brown said this week, coming out and saying, forget about our offense. Blame us. The defense has been the problem. But it's been worse than anyone could have imagined.
Well, I like what Alex Brown said. I'm all for blaming the Chicago defense. That's the heart and soul of this team, and you're not doing a very good job. You're now ranked 27th in the NFL. You're giving up 25 points a game. You've given up the 3rd most points in the NFC. I didn't think we'd say something like that in 2007. But as it relates to the Eagles, they're getting better. They're getting healthy. Westbrook's back. L.J. Smith played last week, didn't do much.
Right.
He's going to do a lot more this week.
Yeah, Minnesota, as far as the Bears go, Minnesota ran it down their throats. They also burned Chicago with the long plays. First team ever to beat the Bears with 3 touchdown scores of at least 60 yards. You talked about Westbrook. You talk about L.J. Smith being back. Do the wide receivers have enough threat to open this offense up for Philly?
Yeah, I think they do. I think with Westbrook in the backfield offset, you've got a receiver threat coming out of the backfield, and you've got a running threat back inside. L.J. Smith opens up his alignment. It removes the safety. They're unsound against the run or the pass. The quarterback, McNabb, is smart enough to take the one they're going to give him. Right now, when you look at the Bears' front, which is amazing to me, they're not solid against the run. They're getting blockers on Urlacher, blockers on Briggs. Everyone's got a shot at these guys. I hope Marty Morningwig gets the chance to call the plays because he'll run the ball down their throat.
What about Chicago here? Offensively, last week, Greasy 380-plus yards passing. A lot of that to Devin Hester. Do we see that again this week?
Well, I think you're going to have to. I think the Bears, as a group now, have figured out maybe our defense isn't what they were. Maybe we better be able to throw the ball more. You know, Sed Benson, we bash him every week. He had a couple of good runs early. They got away from the run. They felt like they got to put more points up. That's Greasy's job. Greasy can easily throw 40 passes in this game, and that is not Bear football.
No, that is not Bear football. They have to run the football, and that also means getting Adrian Peterson some touches, which is what we've been calling for the last couple of weeks. All right, let's take a look at all those numbers, put it into the computer. The AccuScore prediction, 10,000 tests, all mathematical elements, no human element. Put it into a computer, it gives 10,000 results, and here's what it has to say. 66% of the time, the Eagles came out on top, and by a pretty large margin when it comes to the computer average score. Do you agree?
I do agree with the computer. We'll keep a little count on me and the computer today. I agree with them this time. The Eagles win this football game. They're playing pretty good on defense, too. They're going to see if it gets one-dimensional, they'll bring that pass rush against Greasy.
This wouldn't be a change in this series. The Bears have lost 5 straight to the Eagles. The 2 kick it off at 4:15 p.m. Eastern. And for more on this game or anyone else, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. Watch everything on the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.